Good morning. Myself, Dr. Ritesh Kumar Saraswat, Assistant Professor in EC Department of MLV Textile and Engineering College, Bhilwara. Today we will discuss about the line coding and digital communication, where we study about the meaning of line coding, different types of line coding, their advantages and comparison of different types of line coding. Basically, the digital data can be transmitted by using the various types of coding techniques such as on-off, polar or bipolar type. These coding techniques are known as line coding techniques. The line coding techniques having the various type of properties such as transmission bandwidth, error detection and correcting capability, power efficiency, power spectral density, transparency, and adequate timing contents. As seen this one PPT, binary data pulses which are related to the bit sequence 1 or 0 is given to the line coding process. The line coding a pair of pulse to represent the incoming bits that are related to 1 or 0. So simply we can say that the sequence of 0 and 1 are represented in the waveforms. Maybe 0 represent the absent of pulse, 1 is represent the present of pulse. As in seen this one PPT, 0 is represented by the pulses absent, 1 is represented by the present of pulses. So basically the line coding is related to the representation of the input data sequence of 0 and 1. There are basic three types of line coding: unipolar, polar and bipolar. We will discuss in next slides. First one is the unipolar line coding. The unipolar line coding, basically there are the two types, NRZ and RZ. NRZ, that means the non-return to 0, and RZ means the return to 0. Here 0 is basically represent the ground level or the ground line. As simply see in any type of waveform, there are basically three levels. Upper level is the positive level, lower level is the negative level, and the center one is the ground level or the 0 level. So here 0 is represent simply the ground level. So on the basis of this one, there are the two types, NRZ and RZ form of the unipolar line coding. So first one, analyze the unipolar NRZ formation. As we know that in case of unipolar format, the waveform has a single polarity. Single polarity, that means the 1 is related to pulses present, 0 is represent the absent of pulse. So just is simply a on-off waveform, just simply represent the on or off condition. On is related to 1 and off is related to 0 bit. In case of unipolar NRZ form, when one input bit sequence is 1, the pulse will be present. If input bit sequence is 0, then the pulse will be absent. Here the each and every bit is related to the bit duration. When we see in this one waveform, on the y-axis is represent the amplitude or the magnitude of pulses. The maximum amplitude is the V. V is the plus V voltage, 0 is the ground, and the x-axis basically related to the time. The time is related to bit duration. So each and every bit here is represent the 1010. So each and every bit's duration is related to the TB. TB is the bit duration. So basically unipolar NRZ, non-return to 0, that means the 1 is represent to present of pulse, 0 is represent to absent of pulse. Next is the interesting is the interesting form of the unipolar, that is the unipolar RZ. RZ, that means the return to 0. So observe section of this one waveform is that when we consider the first one bit is 1, duration is T0 as represented in this one slide, and the small duration is also represent, that is the tau. So here represent the pulse for bit 1, pulse will be present, okay, and the for 0 pulse will be absent, just similar to unipolar NRZ case. But the difference is that for bit of 1, the pulse will be returned to 0 after a duration of tau. So as we see in the first one bit of 1, the pulse, half of the pulse, that is the T0 by 2, the pulse will be present, and next T0 by 2, the pulse will return to 0. So concluded part is that after the half of the TB duration, pulse will return to 0. That's why it is known as the unipolar RZ, or the return to 0 pulse. And for the 0 bit, it is represented by the 0 or absent of pulse, just similar to unipolar NRZ case. Next one line code is the polar NRZ line coding. Polar NRZ code, polar, that means the two types of polarity, positive polarity and the negative polarity. Okay, so positive polarity is represented by the plus V, and the negative polarity represented by the minus V. And here denoted, the 1 is related to the plus V pulses and 0 is related to the minus V pulses. Okay, when the bit is 1, that represent the higher polarity is related to plus V. 0 represent the lower polarity, that is related to minus V. So the pulse in case of polar RZ or NRZ formation as compared to unipolar RZ or NRZ formation, the pulse is not allocated or decided by the ground level. Okay, here is the pulse is decided by the polarity, plus V or minus V polarity. Next one is the polar RZ format. As we discuss in previous slide, the unipolar RZ format, where the pulse will be returned to 0 after the half of the bit duration. Similar approach are using in this one section. As seen in the first bit, here is the 1. For bit 1, the shape of pulse is represent as, for 1, the sequence will be represent the height plus 1. So for bit 1, initial first one bit 1, the shape is represent as higher positive V, but after that half of the time period TB, the pulse will return to 0. Next, for the bit 0, the pulse will related to the minus V, negative side of the ground level, and half of the TB duration, the pulse will return to 0. So that's why it is known as the return to 0. Because of that, half of the duration pulse will return to 0. So that represent the 1 for the upper side voltage, 0 represent for the lower side voltage, and the waveform is represented for this one formation. The difference between the polar NRZ and the polar RZ is that in case of RZ, half of the duration pulse will return to 0. Next one line code is the bipolar NRZ, where bipolar NRZ represent as the plus V, 0 and minus V representation. It is also known as the alternate mark inversion line coding. It uses the 3 voltage level plus V 0 voltage that is related to ground level, and minus V for the below the ground level. 0 represent the absence of pulse. 1 represent the alternating voltage level of plus V and minus V. Okay, so let us discuss and see in the waveform. The bit sequence are given is the 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 and 0. Okay, so first one bit is the one that is related to plus V. Okay, 0 is represent the ground level, and next successive one are represented by the pulse with alternate polarity. That means first one is related to plus V, 0 is related to ground, and next or successive one is represented by the minus V. 0 is related to again ground level, and next one is again related to plus V. So successive one is represent the alternate polarity of the given pulses. Alternate polarity, that means firstly plus V, next minus V, again plus V, then next again minus V. So that is the alternate polarity of the voltage, plus V, minus V, plus V, minus V. The case is located for the 1. For specific case for 0, that represent by the absence of pulses. Next one is the bipolar RZ. Bipolar RZ is similar way is discussed in the previous slides. For the first one bit is 1. For first one bit the pulse is represented by the plus V for half duration TB, and after the half duration it will return to 0. For next one bit is the 0. 0 is also represented by the absence of pulse. For next successive one again is 1 is present, so that is provided the alternate polarity of the pulses. So that's why the next pulse will be generated from the minus V for the duration of the TB by 2 and again return to 0. So that formation can be generated by using the bits by using the bipolar RZ format for the given bits sequence. Next one is the coding is the Manchester coding. In Manchester coding, the duration of the bit is divided into two halves. Okay, basically the duration is divided by the TB by 2 and the TB by 2. For example, if consider the first one bit is the 1 bit duration of TB, so that the TB duration basically divided by the half and half, TB by 2 and the TB by 2. And so the first one point is discussed in this one PPT is that first one is the 1 is positive in first half, negative in second half, and the second one point is 0 for the symbol 0 or the bit 0 is negative in first half and positive for second half. So let us do it in the given bit sequence. The first one bit is the 1 for the duration of TB by 2 plus, and next TB by 2 is negative. Okay, next one bit is 0, so it will be start from minus V, and the duration is the TB by 2, and again for the plus for TB by 2. Next for again is 1, so it will be the plus V for TB by 2 and minus TB by 2, and for the another half of the TB by 2. So that sequence will be generated by using the Manchester coding for the given data sequence. Okay, next one PPT represent the comparison of the line code with respect to various parameters. First one parameter is the transmission of DC component. Polar RZ yes, polar NRZ yes, AMI is no, and Manchester is no. Second one parameter is the signaling rate. In case of in four cases the signaling rate will be the 1 upon TB, where the TB is the bit duration. No, in case of noise immunity, the polar RZ and NRZ represent the low noise immunity, whereas the AMI and Manchester will represent the high noise immunity. Synchronization capability are poor in case of polar RZ and NRZ and very good in case of AMI and Manchester line coding. Bandwidth requirement in case of RZ and Manchester are same, that will be the 1 upon TB. But in case of polar NRZ and AMI, it will be the 1 upon 2 TB. Crosstalk, in case of polar RZ and NRZ, it will be the high, but in case of AMI and Manchester, it will be low. Okay. Next one PPT will represent the inter-symbol interference. Basically, in case of line coding, we are generate the various waveform in form of the square waveform for the specific bit sequence of 1 and 0. So it may be possible there will be generated inter-symbol interference of the waveform are generated by using the various type of line codes. So we have to discuss in this line coding chapter the inter-symbol interference. The main cause of ISI are the multipath propagation, non-linearity, frequency in channel. The ISI is unwanted and should be completely eliminated to get a clean output. The cause of ISI should also be resolved in order to lessen its effect. To view ISI in mathematical form represent in the receiver output, we can consider the receiver output is that the receiver filter output is sampled at the time Ti equals to ITB. I taking on integer value that represent in the given expression by Ti. I is the integer value from 1 to up to 10 or any higher values. That is the expression is the y of Ti equals to mu summation k equals to minus infinite to infinite akp of ITB minus ktb. The expression will represent the sample formation of the given sequences, and when the expression is the open is, so the open, then there are the two terms. Basically, there are the two terms are represented in this case, mu ai plus mu into summation k equals to minus infinite to plus infinite akp of ITB minus KTB, where k is not equals to I. Okay, so just simply consider as the ith transmitted bit. When we consider a ith transmitted bit, so y Ti equals to mu ai plus mu summation k equals to minus infinite to infinite k not equals to I akp of ITB minus KTB. Okay, the second term represents the residual effect of all other transmitted bits on the decoding of the ith bit. The residual effect is known as the inter-symbol interference. Basically, the y of Ti is a combination of the two terms. First one term is related to the ith transmitted bit, but the second one term is represent the residual effect of the other transmitted pulse. So these the residual, the residual effect basically responsible to create the inter-symbol interference of the respective pulse. So we have to try to remove the second part and try to transmit only the first one part. Because of that, second one part is an interference which is responsible to create the interference in the transmitted pulse. So that's why to try to remove the second one part and transmit the only the first one part, which is related to ith transmitted pulse. Next one PPT represent the raised cosine spectrum. Raised cosine pulse are represented in this one PPT. In practice, generating the Nyquist pulse is very difficult, so other similar pulse are used. The most common pulse is known as the raised cosine pulse. Because of that, the raised cosine pulses are generated by using the sync formation or the sync signal. The first one figure is represent the sync signal, where the expression of the sync signal is represented as the sine theta upon theta. So the expression of Pt is represented as the sine pi t upon ts divided by the pi t upon ts. So this one, first one part is known as the sync signal. This is the sync signal. The waveform is given in this one below the figure of the Pt of t. Okay. And this one sync signal is simply multiplied by the cos t pi alpha t upon ts divided by 1 minus 4 alpha square t square divided by ts square. So this one term is simply multiplied by the cos t. So the sync signal is simply multiplied by the cos cosine term. So that's why it is known as the raised cosine spectrum. Because of that, when the cos term is multiplied with the sync signal, so the spectrum will be spread out and spectrum will be increases. So the spectrum will be raised, spectrum will be increased by using the cosine term is simply multiplied with the sync signal. So that is known as the raised cosine spectrum for the digital communication. Thank you.